Do y'all remember SkyMall? A couple of weeks ago, I took a trip to Houston, and while I was on my beloved Southwest flight, goodbye open seating, may your soul rest in peace, and may those who slayed you rot in hell. Sipping my obligatory apple juice, I saw a kid across the aisle, I'd say about 10 years old, sitting crisscross applesauce reading a National Geographic magazine. And as you can probably imagine, I couldn't comprehend what I was witnessing. First of all, you're Gen Alpha, how do you know how to read? And second of all, where on God's green earth did you find a magazine, a physical magazine? I swear I haven't seen one of those in years. Anyways, seeing that kid read his magazine at 40,000 feet in the air brought back an image from the deepest depths of my memory. A memory from the before times. A memory of SkyMall. Introducing the latest item at SkyMall. Has this ever happened to you? Perfect, I'm just in time for our first date. Let me just text her to let her know I'm on the way. OTW. See you soon. Heart, heart. Kissy face emoji, winky face emoji, eggplant. What? Today is Wednesday? I lost track of the day. If only there was some way that I could keep track of the day like I keep track of the time. Like some sort of clock, but for the days. Well, Kobe, SkyMall's got you covered. Wow. With our brand new, state-of-the-art, top-of-the-line, cream of the crop, day of the week clock. Now, for just $34.95, never again will you have to worry about missing a date with the woman of your dreams. By an entire day. Yay! Although by the look of you, I'm not so sure making it to your date on time would have made a difference. Oh. But who am I to stop a young lovebird from chasing love? You know what they say, a broken clock is right once a week. Is that what they... So go out there and get her, Kobe. And always remember, when you're in the air, SkyMall is there. For all you TikTok brain boys and girls watching this that don't know what it's like to raw dog a 6-hour flight with nothing to do except smile and laugh every 30 minutes when the 50-year-old dude named Brandon sitting next to you tries to start a conversation, let me explain something to you. SkyMall was a magazine found in the seat back pockets of virtually every airline in the US during the 2000s era. If you took a flight between 1990 and 2010, chances are you saw this magazine on your plane. And with no internet, no TikTok, no movies, no music to entertain you, chances are you picked it up and started flipping through the pages. But SkyMall wasn't just your average magazine. Far from it. SkyMall was filled to the brim with all sorts of weird and wacky gadgets, toys, appliances, and other items that you couldn't really find anywhere else. Like this day of the week clock, or 23andMe for your dog, or this box of applause for when people don't laugh at your shitty jokes, am I right? I said, for when people don't laugh at your shitty jokes, am I right? Thank you. Don't worry guys, I didn't actually buy the applause box. That laughter you heard was just from the studio audience that I keep locked up here in my apartment. Thank you. Still no luck with the girls, I see. Wait, how did you know that? Let's just say that the SkyMall T-Rex dinosaur head that you purchased for your bedroom isn't detecting very much volcanic activity, if you know what I'm saying. What the fuck? But don't you worry, because SkyMall's got you covered. Your head covered, that is, because for the low price of $23.95, you can get this Macedonian battle helmet that's sure to make for a great conversation on your next date. You really think she'll like me now? No, Kobe, you're gonna have to change a lot more than your headwear if you want someone to finally like you. Oh, for the first time in your life. Oh, remember kids, shopping while you fly is the perfect way to buy. At its peak, SkyMall had an annual circulation of 20 million copies, reaching a whopping 88% of US airline passengers. And just so you get a sense of how big SkyMall was, for a period of time it had a market cap of 400 million USD, and it was the most active stock on the NASDAQ Composite Index. Yeah, I don't really know what any of those words mean either. But SkyMall had captured something very rare, and that's proven by how the nostalgia of SkyMall, the experience of opening up a magazine with all sorts of wacky and unexpected items while being hurled across the earth at 600 miles per hour, is seared into our collective cultural consciousness. Originally, founder Bob Worsley intended that SkyMall would be the place that could get customers to order within 20 minutes of landing and have the goods waiting for them on arrival. I know that doesn't sound revolutionary in today's world of Amazon Prime and same-day shipping, but back then, ordering things was not easy. You had to send a check in the mail, wait for the company to receive your check, and then wait a month or more for the company to deliver the product you bought. All without knowing for sure if the package was on the way or not, or if the company had even received your check in the first place. God, I sound so old. Oh my God, people are gonna call me Unk in the comments, and the worst part is, they wouldn't even be wrong. SkyMall set up its first website in 1996, and in 1998, when the rush to pour money into the .com companies such as eBay and Amazon hit, SkyMall caught the wave and its stock, starting at just $2, doubled. And then it doubled again. And doubled again. And then it tripled, all in the span of just 1 month. Everything seemed to be going right for SkyMall. It had a stellar reputation and an irreplaceable spot in the American cultural consciousness. It had a literal captive audience of over 600 million airplane passengers every year who had nothing better to do than to pound beers and read the magazine placed conveniently in the seat back pocket in front of them while flirting with the flight attendants at every opportunity. And SkyMall caught the .com wave alongside modern powerhouses such as Amazon, Google, eBay, and Nvidia. How did such a beloved company that seemed to have everything going so right have such a tremendous fall from grace, such that it now takes a little boy reading National Geographic on a Southwest flight to pull its faintest trace from the deepest recesses of our memory? Interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you a message from your favorite mall in the sky, SkyMall. Have you ever wanted to eat your dog, but not really? Well, now's your chance. For just $44.95, you can purchase SkyMall's new and improved dog bread toaster. With this dog bread toaster, you can even customize the breed of dog that toasts onto your bread depending on which one of your pets you're craving today. Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the shop at SkyMall sign. Please take your seat as we begin our descent into your regularly scheduled programming. Finally, I needed this. For the first time in human history, I can have my dog and eat it too.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets.
Now that's a classic. That's a good one. When I heard him say this live during the debate, I laughed so hard that I spit out my dog. Unlike Amazon and many other e-commerce companies of the .com bubble, SkyMall was beholden to its institutional owners and public shareholders who expected profit above all else. So, whereas companies like Amazon could focus on investing all of their resources into growth and scaling the business as big as possible without having to care for or worry about profits, according to founder Bob Worsley, SkyMall's public shareholders still expected a price-to-earnings ratio of 20-1, hindering SkyMall's ability to expand and grow. For example, in 1999, despite 2 straight years of profits and despite bringing over $2 million in online revenue each year, SkyMall's stock lost almost a third of its value when it announced that it would be investing $27 million into e-commerce. Then, the .com bubble popped. By 2001, SkyMall stock was back below $2, falling from its monumental highs during the .com bubble all the way back down below its starting point. Still, its core business and e-commerce platform were strong enough to be bought out by another company, Gemstar TV Guide, for $47 million. Gemstar TV was investing in the future of communication technology, and it needed SkyMall for its revolutionary new interactive consumer shopping interface that would change the landscape of cable television forever, what it called T-commerce. And as we all now know, T-commerce and cable television have exploded in popularity since then, spreading around the globe and into the lives of young and old alike, catapulting Gemstar TV and SkyMall to the forefront of the media retail market. Yeah, no, that didn't happen. Turns out, cable television wasn't the future of entertainment as Gemstar TV had hoped, and by 2002, Gemstar was publicly shopping out SkyMall to potential purchasers. Ironically enough, for a company whose entire gimmick was that it had the most innovative and interesting gadgets that you've never thought of before, and the latest and greatest technology, it was this advancement in technology that eventually doomed SkyMall. As digital technology improved rapidly throughout the 2000s and early 2010s, SkyMall's captive airplane audience saw their attentions turning towards more stimulating forms of entertainment on their otherwise boring plane rides. Recorded movies, in-air Wi-Fi, portable video games, YouTube, all competed with SkyMall for flyers' attention. And as technology improved, SkyMall struggled to keep up. At the end of 2005, Gemstar sold SkyMall to private equity firms Spire Capital and Zelnick Media for $52 million, marking the beginning of the end for America's most beloved, sky-themed, mall-themed consumer magazine. SkyMall was now caught inescapably in the tangled web of private equity hell. And just like everything else that private equity gets its grubby little hands on, from housing to nursing homes to the healthcare system, the demise of SkyMall was graceless. In 2012, Spire Capital sold its stake in SkyMall to Direct Brands, a holding company owned by another private equity firm called Najafi Companies. Najafi then sold SkyMall to another company called Exhibit, which then sold SkyMall's loyalty program to pay off one of its debts. Without its lucrative loyalty program, SkyMall's revenues plummeted. And by 2015, SkyMall went bankrupt. This just in, SkyMall is having its biggest going out of business sale ever. Get your hands on our most popular items, such as this pierogi ornament that is sure to dazzle at the family Christmas party, or this jumping hot dog for kids, or this jumping head thing for adults. I'm sorry, what is this? What are we doing here?
Just read the goddamn script.
Alright, whatever. Or, just in case your date doesn't dig your Macedonian battle helmet, today and today only, you can get your hands on this alien UFO statue. Before your flight lands, you can buy anything you can possibly imagine and so much more. The sky's the limit with SkyMall. SkyMall, shop till you drop. After the bankruptcy, SkyMall was sold to a new company called CNA Marketing. And even though you haven't been able to find the SkyMall magazines in your airplane seatback pocket since 2015, it looks like the website is still up and running. Sadly, it looks like the SkyMall website has devolved into just an Amazon dupe. A Temu knockoff. Everything on this is just your everyday run-of-the-mill stuff. Things that you'd see at your neighbor's house and think nothing of. I think some of the magic of SkyMall back in the day was the novelty of things. You could buy things that you couldn't find anywhere else. And you could buy things that you would never think of to buy, like a goddamn alien UFO statue. And that's what made it cool. On the website today, you can catch a glimpse of the magic that SkyMall used to be. Like this beer kegerator, which I don't know what this does or what it is, but it sounds like an absolute abomination. Or your choice between 23 different types of toy kitchen sets, which, to be honest, look like I'd have a ton of fun playing with. Or an entire adventure inflatable water park bounce house, which again, looks like it'd be hella fun. But for the most part, it looks like today, SkyMall has lost its magic. When I initially had the idea for this video on that Southwest flight to Houston, I thought I was gonna go down a thrilling rabbit hole about how one of America's most well-known brands, known to 88% of everyone who's ever flown in a plane between 1990 and 2015, a company that was consistently at the forefront of technology and that had a literal captive audience, how that company fell from grace. I thought that for a company with as big of a cultural footprint as SkyMall, I was gonna uncover an explosive story about greed, ambition, love, and betrayal. But the truth was much more simple than that. It's the story of a gradual descent into mediocrity with a gentle nudge by various private equity firms along the way. For those of you that have nostalgia for picking up a SkyMall magazine on a long flight, I want to say, first of all, unk. Second of all, I hope that this has shed some light onto what happened to your favorite sky-themed, mall-themed magazine.
Yo, what's up? Okay, do me a favor and think about a number between 1 and 5. Got it? Okay, I also have a number. Now, I'm gonna count down and we'll both say our numbers at the same time. If we say different numbers, then I give you permission to call me a dumbass in the comments. But if we say the same number, then you have to like and subscribe. Deal? Deal. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, 2. All right. For those of you that said something different than me, you got off easy this time, but I won't make it so easy for you next time. If you said 2, then you know who you are and you know what you have to do. All right, I gotta go. Bye-bye.
When it comes to you